What's up, future fighters? We are back. I have the first video uploaded for you right here, and we're going to test that new script that we did in that video. First, though, we're going to export the AI scripts again, and we're going to look through we are going to look through all of the scripts and make sure that we've got strike control assigned appropriately, and we're not calling the move settings script outside of strike control anymore. So far, so good. So far, so good. So we got it. That's really good. So we had two places here in defense, and then we had two places here in offense, which is really good. Which is really good. My dog Parker's trying to get over across. Hi, bud. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. He's one of the rescues here. Good boy. He's pushing. He's pushing on my hand that's on the keyboard. That's pretty funny. Okay, so yeah, so now what we really need is to go into and to test this. So let's build the game file. If my man Parks is gonna let me. You gonna let me type today? You gonna let me type? Huh? Good boy. Good boy. So what I'm doing is I'm exporting the game script, and we actually got an error here. Let me pull this over here so you can see. Oh. So transition type I didn't pass as an argument. Wait. I mean, I did. But I didn't set it. I didn't set it as the argument. That is really interesting. So here's what we're going to do. Let me show you where I think I made the mistake. I was using some nomenclature. See, I'm passing this as an argument, but I'm not using the argument here. I am just using the variable there, which with the way I code, you can do that. Now let's go back to strike control. And so we've got transition type. These are all just either the script itself or messages or comments. Transition type, and look, transition type. So I'm calling it, and this is a note. I'm definitely passing it as a parameter. I'm just not using it as one, which is just silly. So what we'll do is we'll just update the strike control script that way. So we'll take transition type here, and a couple different ways we can do this, but we're going to have to use argument 0 now, since we're using argument 1 and 2, it's looking for argument 0. You have to have argument 0 first. So that's really strange. Okay, so next. Wow, that's really not helpful at all because of the way it shifts everything. So we'll just do this. Let's just take a look. So I am setting the variable here. Now I'm only returning one thing. I'm really returning one variable from the script. I'm not returning an array. So I wonder if random attack move number 6 is not transition type 0. Oh, yes it is. That's why I'm setting that there. It's really, really odd because I'm setting, I'm overriding is what I'm doing because you're actually passing transition type. Well, no, passing it twice. Huh. Yeah, that's a little bit of a mistake there on my part in the way the code was originally made. We were calling transition type and then, oh, I see. I see what I was doing. We were setting it in move settings and then just sending it to this. And now we're actually setting it. So what that means, I don't want to screw up move settings, so I don't want to change the order of this, but this is not an actual argument, which is so interesting because if you look, argument 0, there is no argument 0. I was just, in my mind, I was passing it to it because it accessed the variable inside, but it wasn't actually ever passed as an argument. But now that it is, we can actually use this appropriately. And so what I just did was I just deleted this that we just made because follow through last input, that's going to become 0 since transition type is already on the second. Did I get that right? Hold on a second. Let me go back here. So, yeah. Yes, that's right. Because transition type is already the second one in the list. So what we want to do is we want to put this first in the list and call it 0, and then this one will be 1. And so we're going to set 0 and 1. So this is just the same as we were doing before, and now argument 0 is showing up highlighted. And let's see, just to confirm that, follow through last input is first, transition type is second. You can see that. Boom and boom. Now the question you ask is like, well, why don't you just move that into this script? Well, the reason is because move settings is used in other scripts too. That's why we actually created move settings. I made a whole video on that, and you can go back and watch all the reasoning and stuff on the Making a Future Fighter playlist. So this is good. So 0 and 1, that's perfect. That's where we want this to be. Now the question becomes, Well, actually, no, the question doesn't become anything because now we can use it as is because transition type is being set and it's being used just as before. And so I'm not going to change any of the code since it works, especially since I'm doing an override here, which is pretty interesting. So I'm just going to make a new override. Script move settings above. There we go. All right. Phew, that's good that we fixed that. So this is really fun stuff. Let's go ahead and save that. And then go to docbrockgames.com and check out the alpha version of the game. You can see the features that I currently have in the game, the 2 motion captured characters that I currently have in the game from my martial arts and sparring experiences. You can see those moves, characters, and features in action, and put your email address in at the bottom, and I'll let you know when the game comes out. Then come back to YouTube because we're going to test this AI out. I'll see you there.